I trained for a year and made no progress. That's what my girlfriend told me. And sadly, she's not the only one. I know so many beginners feeling the same frustration as her. Well, the good thing is that it's a quite easy fix. You only need to follow 3 principles: high intensity training, writing down your workouts, and progressive overload. And in this video, I'll explain and break down these principles so you understand them and can implement them today in your workout. So the first principle, high intensity training. But what is even high intensity training? It basically means that you're training close to failure on your working sets. Failure or close to failure means that you can't do another rep. And working sets are basically your real sets, not your warm-up sets or your cool-down sets, if that's what you like to do. And we need to train hard because the only way muscles get stronger is that they first get broken down and then they recover, and they recover stronger. And when we train close to failure, we break down the muscles more than if we train lighter, and then they can recover even more and come back stronger. But we do not want to train to absolute failure. It will, yes, break down the muscle even more than training close to failure, but it's highly fatiguing both for our muscles, nervous system, and our freaking brain. And if we do one set to super mega absolute failure, all the other sets will be very bad. And because we're later going to do progressive overload, we want consistency. So our goal is to be 1 to 2 reps away from failure. And after a while, you have trained close to failure, you will find your own rhythm. Yes, go with the rhythm and you'll be consistent. If you have never trained to failure or close to failure, always do a good warm-up. Before you do a working set, learn the freaking form. Spend 1-2 weeks or even a month learning the right form, then just jumping straight into a hard set and then injuring yourself. So watch YouTube tutorials, go slow and controlled, and then ease into it. When you've learned the form and had a good warm-up, don't just rush into going absolute failure. Maybe do 5 to 4 reps away from failure, then 4 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 1. So ease into it. It will be better for your muscles, no injuries, and for your nervous system. The second principle, writing down your workouts. And this is more important. It's so easy, but it's super important. It will keep you accountable. It will motivate you seeing the weight go up and go up. It will make you remember what you did last week. And most importantly, it will help us with progressive overloading. And what will we write down? We'll write down all the exercises, all the working sets, all the reps we did in the working sets, and the weight we did on the working sets. And also the repetition goals. But we'll talk about that in a second. And where should you write it? That doesn't matter. The important thing is that you write it down. You can use a notebook, you can use different apps. A good app I recommend is Heavy or Strong as another app. Write it down wherever you want, just do it. So now to the last and most important principle, progressive overload. But what is even progressive overload? The only thing you do is basically challenge yourself again when it has become too easy for your muscle. You can do it in 100 different ways, but the way I do it is by adding weight when I hit a specific repetition goal. So let's teach you how to do it. We're going to use bench press for an example. You have benched a couple times, you can do a little bit of weight, and now you found this video and you're going to do repetition goals. And you're just going to come up with your own repetition goals, with the reps you want to do. So let's say I want to do 6 repetitions on the first set. That is my goal. And I want to do 9 repetitions on the second set. I recommend that you do fewer repetitions in the first set and then you can up and with the more sets you do. So first set 6 repetitions, second set 9 repetitions. With which weight can I do 6 repetitions? You think 40 kilograms. You put 40 kilograms on the bar, you go under the bench and you do a set. Then you only got 5 repetitions. What you do, you write it all down. Repetition goals, exercise, weight, first set, 5 repetitions. Then you take some good rest, then you do the second set. And then before you do it, you think again, okay, I can do 30 kilograms for 9 reps. That'll work. So you go down there, you do it, and you hit 9 repetitions. Write it down. So now you look at what you've written down, and you see on the first set, you did not hit the repetition goal. That means the next time you do bench press, you will not up the weight. You will not increase the weight. But on the second set, you did hit 9 repetitions, meaning the next time you do bench press, you will up the weight. Now, the next time you can use the same weight. You can use this as a reference. You don't need to think about what can I do. Now, the first time you do the rep goal, you choose a weight, you choose a rep goal, and then now after you've done that, you just keep rolling. How much weight should you add when you've hit a rep goal? That's different from person to person, but I recommend if you're a beginner, add 5 kilograms, especially if you're using compound movements like bench press, dips, squats, Bulgarian split squat, these big movements. If you're doing some lateral raises, some small accessories, add 2.5 if 5 kilograms is too much. And the stronger you get, the less you'll be able to put on more weight. So in the beginning, you will be able to put a lot of weight, but then when you've been doing this for a couple of years, 2.5 is pretty good. So to summarize all this, first principle, train hard, 1 to 2 reps away from failure, do a good warm-up, learn the form, write down everything, or at least the exercises, the reps, the sets, the weight, and the repetition goal. Add more weight when you hit the repetition goal. If you don't hit the weight, just wait and then try again next week and see if you hit it. You'll become stronger and stronger and stronger, and you just add weight and add weight and add weight. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section, and have a freaking good one.